Yo, what's up guys? Will here. This is AlmightyWill TV. Thanks for tuning in.
Perfect.
Yo, what's up guys? Will here. This is AlmightyWill TV. Thanks for tuning in. So, this is my introductory video, so I'm just going to get right into it. I don't want to take too much time on this. Again, my name is William Enos, and I guess I'll give you, why AlmightyWill, all the things I could say. Almighty isn't like a godly connection concept type of thing. It's more so, will has, willpower. Where there's a will, there's a way. That kind of thing is something that is more so that I relate to, that I connect to, because in a lot of places in my life, I was like the underdog in a lot of things. When I was in high school, I was a center at 190 pounds, and I was also a defensive lineman. So, willpower is really all I have. So I really just wanted to kind of emphasize that. So I was like, Almighty Will, boom, like, it just resonated with me. So I'm rolling with it, I'm sticking with it, and that's the name of the channel. So I'm starting the channel because it's been something I wanted to do for years. I can't even lie to you, I can't even tell you how long I've been wanting to do this. I started probably back in like 2012, 2011, making highlight tapes for my teammates. And it was something I just really liked to do. It was something different. I felt like I was in control. I was like the producer of something. And initially when I was, doing it then, I didn't really have this kind of, YouTube. I didn't think, YouTube videos. But as I started to get into, get out of sports and get more into fitness, I was like, man, I want to do, fitness, videos, because I was in the gym, I was eating good, I was lean. And, people were coming up to me like, hey, man, how are you, what's your routine like, what do you eat, what supplements are you taking? And I wanted to take that and run with it and just go boom, fitness channel. But I started to run into a lot of, obstacles in terms of I didn't feel like I was like the guru, so I didn't really want to go that route. And I felt like a lot of times, every time I tried to, put something together, I felt like I was putting myself in that position, and I really didn't want to do that. So I kind of stepped back from it, and I never really got back to it. But now it's been a few years, I've got, so a bit of life experience. I graduated college, and it's just a real pivotal moment in my life, especially now, because today, you guys won't know today, but September 10th, I quit, my job. Officially, I'm done. I'm out. My 2 weeks is done. And tomorrow I'll be starting a new job as a software developer. I'll get a little into it later on why I made that decision, and a little bit of the kind of reasoning behind that decision and that experience. So I'll dedicate a video to that, so I can dive into it in more detail. But that's pretty much what my channel is going to be about. It's going to be about that transition, but not just the transition career-wise, but the transition in terms of adulthood. Like, how do you go from college graduate to, an adult? There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't really think about, and there's a lot of things that happen to you along the way that you're like, wow, I wish I knew this was coming. So I'm going to give you, that insight. I hope it's helpful, to anybody that's watching. And, that's my goal anyway, to be as helpful as possible, but also to just be transparent in terms of what I'm talking about and, what I'm going to be doing. Also, I'm going to be talking about probably my biggest passion, which is learning Mandarin Chinese. I know a lot of people, when I say it, they're like, what? Chinese? Like, you don't know how to speak Chinese. And I'm like, oh, 我会中文. Like, they're like, oh, shit, like, you really know Chinese. And for me, I always feel good, but I also get a little embarrassed because I'm not where I want to be with Chinese. So I want to document my process, what I'm doing behind the scenes to get that skill and what it takes. Because I know a lot of people, some people are interested, but they don't really want to take the leap and get into it because they're like, oh, Chinese is hard, it's hard, characters and learning all that, it's hard. There's no alphabet, you got tones and all of that. And to me, it's not really that hard. And I really just want to show that. And I really can't stress it enough in saying it. So, I just got to show, it's not that hard. It's not as hard as you think. And, you know, and especially in the world economy right now, it's probably one of the best things that you can do for yourself in addition to learning tech. So that'll be another segment. I don't know, it's going to be like a season, whatever. You know, I'll figure it out as I go along. But that's all going to be coming to you. I think another important thing that's going to be in my channel is going to be the work-life balance. You know, that's the big question for probably every millennial right now. We're like, bruh, how do I manage life, work, fitness, you know, cooking, you know, hanging out with the family, hanging out with my friends, you know, you know, everybody's tired, you know, you going to the clubs and, you know, like, what's going on, you know, and if you have a relationship, it's even harder. Like, how do you manage all of this? So I really just want to capture all of the essence of, you know, what it is that, you know, we're doing in our lives and how can we, you know, get it down to a way that's, you know, whether, you know, what works for us, you know, that's pretty much what I'm doing. You know, how does it, you know, how do we take all these things that we like to do, whether it's hobbies, friends, whatever, and just bring it together into a lifestyle that's sustainable, that doesn't make us feel tired, that doesn't stress you out. And that, you know, of course, is going to be kind of the over-encompassing topic of this whole channel. So I don't want you guys to think it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be, you know, learning Chinese, or, oh, he's going to be, you know, trying to teach me how to code, because I'm definitely not taking that route. It's just, that's just what I do. So that's what I'm going to be presenting to you guys in addition to this whole work life, you know, life balance kind of thing. And I just hope that the way that I do this gives you guys value, and, you know, at the very least, it gives you kind of a nugget that you can take away and, you know, use it in your life and apply to your lifestyle and help you in the long run. So that's enough for my intro. The next video will be my first official video. If one of the topics that I've already mentioned stands out to you, go ahead and drop a comment below, and I'll start there. But if you have any side questions that's in relation to what I just said, you know, go ahead and comment. You know, I'm definitely kind of open in this point because I'm just getting started and I still don't really know where I want to go with it. So feel free to give me suggestions. If you have any questions, you know, I'll talk to you if you're on social media at AlmightyWill TV. I'm on there on Instagram. Holla at me. And just in the meantime, like, subscribe, and, you know, just show me some love. Thanks for tuning in.